Can we start with the team news, please?
Sasha is going to still out. Sasha Lukic has Tosin, as I said last week, plus Adama Traore. All the others, they are going to be available.
Okay. Anthony Robinson?
Anthony Robinson is back.
Good. Okay, cool.
As you know, we have another session tomorrow, but he's training with the team since the beginning of the week and probably is going to be ready.
Okay, great. So Crystal Palace then, a 3-0 win there, Boxing Day last year. What kind of game are you expecting this time?
Really tough one, as we expected last season as well. Of course, the game went really well in our way. It was a restart from the international break, the World Cup break. And there was a very good restart from ourselves, but even that game we expected really tough. And this game is going to be the same. Quality team, well managed as well from Roy, and it's going to be nice to see him back in the dugout again. Quality players, individual quality players up front, players that can decide a game in any moment of the match, and it's always tough to play there. It's always tough. The environment, the quality they have, but we like this type of challenge. It will be a good challenge for us after a tough win, but a good win for us.
Just want to ask you about Carlos Vinicius. 4 goals in his last 6 Premier League appearances. Has he earned himself a place in the starting 11 at the weekend?
You have to wait until the game. Of course, we have always the 3 players that can play there. Him, Carlos, Raul and Rodrigo, and it's up to me to decide regarding what we want for the match, the strategy, the opposition side as well, and it's up to me to decide. Of course, it's always important for a strike to score and to have an impact and to be decisive, score goals, and again they can have this impact from the beginning. They can have impact coming from the bench. I want them all ready to help the team, and it was what Vini did last game. 3 minutes after he came in and he scored, but even without scoring was what Raul did as well. Work for the team and try to help the team during the minutes that he played.
Up to you to decide if he starts, as you say, but does he speak to you? Does he tell you that he wants to start, that he's ready to start?
We don't, normally the players, they don't need to say to me that they want to start, because I know that all of them, they want to start. They have to work to start. That is the thing, not to say that they want to start, because I don't need to ask them, to be honest. And it's not the type of relationship that we have, that they come to say that they want to start, because I don't need to ask them, because the answer is so clear. I know if I'm going to ask all of them, I know what is going to be the answer. All of them, they want to start. They have to work and to show that they are ready to start, and they are better than the opposition that their teammates in their position. This is the main thing for me. It's good to see him scoring goals. He helped the team last season. Good to see him to have an impact in the game like he had last one, and this is the best thing for me.
Some mixed results to start the season, but some tough games away at City, away at Arsenal. What's pleased you most about the way Fulham have started the season? Some
good things, and the most one was the reaction is playing in under circumstances that they were not easy for us. From the first game of the season, with the tough pre-season and the challenge one that we had, the way the team is always reacting for the difficult circumstances as well. Of course, now the things are more settled. It's time for us to stop talking about the pre-season, even if it was tough, and as I said, the most challenging one for me as a manager. But the things are more settled right now. But answer direct to you, clear the way you answer in difficult circumstances. Some games like the Arsenal away, with really difficult circumstances, even less one player, the way the team react, the belief of the team always, and the organization. But one thing that we have to improve clear is our quality in our performance. I think is a process now for us to keep working, because the room is big to improve, and we are going to improve therefore in performance wise. But overall, the belief of the team, the organization, and in a really difficult circumstances with a different schedule as well for us after the good win against Everton, of course the tough defeat at home against Brett, and again the circumstances that we cannot control, this have a big impact on the game. And of course the way the team react after that was really good for us, with the win against Tottenham for the Carabao Cup and all the stuff about Arsenal as well. And was a really important and crucial game against Luton, I have to say. Second game at home was really important for us to win the game. Was a tricky one, tough game when you have the possession 78-80% the time, and we are not able to create so many chances that we would like. Of course, it's always tough against a team that sits so deep, and sometimes with a line of 6 players around their box plus more 4 players, really tough. But even so, we were able to win the game, and was the most important thing.
Thank you. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Coming back to that game last weekend, as you mentioned, 78% possession, only 2 shots on target.
Yeah.
How concerning is that for you?
As I said, when you have the ball so long time, we have to be able to create much more chances. Even if it's a tricky game, we prepare the game in a way that we expected. Luton changed some things. It's true. They have been playing 5-3-2 most of the times with the 2 strikers, trying to be more aggressive in the pressure against us. They changed completely with 5-4-1. Sometimes with Brown on their right hand side, coming with Timothy Castanho as well. Sometimes with a line of 6, and it was difficult for us. We didn't play with the dynamic that type of approach demand from ourselves. We are not our most creative players. They were not in their best day as well, because in this type of games you need really 1v1 situations, the players, the attack line, to create much more. We are not able to do that. It was more the collective in some moments. You know that second half's normal against this type of approach, and they are more tired. When we don't have the ball 78%, 80%, of course you will get more tired in the second half, and the spaces appear a little bit more. 2 players that came in, they made the huge impact in the game, was important. But of course I agree with you, was not, in terms of chances and shots on the target, was not the best game for us. But this type of games, even so, we have to do our best to win, and we did it.
Yeah, I guess the bigger concern is where are those goals going to come from? I mean, who do you look to? Who do you sort of target? Who do you sort of give them the extra boost of confidence, because you're without somebody who scored 14 league goals for you last season?
Yes,
but
we scored much more than 14 goals last season. Right. As I said here in this room, I know that is going to be the conversation during all this season. I believe every single week we are going to probably to speak about the same things. I hope no, but I know that even if they score. Because we won with Neeland was one of the strikers that scored a goal, and you are keeping talking about the same situation. Yeah. And we won the game with the striker scoring a goal. But okay, not a problem. I said last week here that we have to share the goals like we did last season. I know that we had our main striker that scored 14 goals. The season before, I know more than 40 goals, because that he had a huge impact on ourselves. We helped him a lot to go for this best level of his career, last two seasons as well. But we have to share the goals. Last season, I mentioned here last week that 15 players of our squad, they scored goals last season, and we have to do the same. We have to share the goals. Of course, I would like to have a top man in the attack line that able to score more than 10, 20 goals, but we have to provide for them as well. This is the thing, because I understand the questions about the striker, but I have to tell you that until now we didn't provide enough for our striker. We didn't create enough chances for our strikers to score as well. Probably the game that we created more chances was the Carabao Cup game against Tottenham, where we had chances, we created. Even so, our striker had 2 or 3 chances. Had a good performance in that game, was Rodrigo Muniz, and he didn't score. Okay, we have to keep providing for them the chances.
And in a sense, can you tap into the strikers you've got and say, this is your moment to be a new kind of club hero? Show me your ruthlessness.
They know.
Show me you can fill the void.
They know that. I don't need to. Of course, they know the trust we have on them, because that they are in our squad. If not, they aren't, and they are here for one reason. Of course, they have to show. They have been working really hard to show the commitment and the quality, and to start playing in our team, to be in the starting 11 is what I want from them. And I'm here as not just for the strikers, but for all of them, to take the best from them, to work with the players that we have, and to try to take the best from them, and to demand from them, to give the tools for them, and to make the team to provide the chances that a striker needs to score, really.
Just finally for me, João Paulinho obviously played for you last week, having signed his new contract, having had all the drama the week before. Clearly he showed his importance to you and the club again. The noise hasn't really gone away around his future though. It keeps sort of rearing its ugly head,
really?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, don't you? How confident are you, now he's signed that contract, that he's where he needs to be and that he will still be here kind of post January?
And I cannot control the future, not just about João, about all the other players as well. I understand, of course, when you receive some offers and big offers for João during the last summer. Of course, the last one, because the size of the club was probably that one that made more noise around, and because it was the last days, everything, that saga, that drama that you spoke about. But even before, we received some offers from other clubs as well. And first, it just showed the quality, and that I made the right decision when we signed him 2 years ago. That is the main thing. Just show how he's improving. João was a very, very good player, but to play at this level here, playing Premier League every single week, he's developing himself, he's growing as a football player. And for a big club like Bayern Munich, showed interest on him, speaks about his quality as a player. What is going to happen in January, in the next summer or wherever, I cannot control. But I cannot control about Bernd Leno, for example, that is in goal. He's our player. We have to be really pleased to have him with us, with our shirt. And the fans, they should enjoy a goalkeeper like him in our football club as well. And I cannot control. What I can tell you that one has contract more 3 years. João now signed until 28th, I think, is what I can tell you. About other things is out of my control. The club has the control to decide what he wants to do, and of course, myself and the board, we are going to decide what is the best for the club always. Now it's not, for me, it doesn't make sense, even if I'm open to answer to you, to talk about January again and the market again.
No, but I guess you get that sense of mood, you two, your relationship, having done that U-turn. You know, all is forgiven, sort of going, I guess, and you start again and you build that relationship between you so that you will want to stay beyond that.
No, I answered to you even last game, I think was to you, about the João should show something during the match for the fans. I think João doesn't need to show nothing more. João should show the same commitment that he has been showing from the first day. Of course, I have a really strong relationship with him, like I have with almost all my players, to don't say all. But really is really important player for us, and he has to keep being the same, to keep focused, and to show his quality. What is going to happen in his future, he doesn't know, I don't know as well, but I'm sure just with good performance, he can keep playing in our team and can be a key player for us. Can keep playing and to be a starting level player in our national team as well, because he's a really important player in the Portuguese national team. Great competition in the summer ahead of him as well to play for the national team. So many important things for him to be focused on, and the other things that is about the market he cannot control, like the other players cannot control as well.
Thanks, Gail. I'm going to stay on for a broadcast, and I'll come to you in a second. We'll just finish with television to begin Ruben.
Marco, what are your memories of the 3-0 against Palace last year? Why did it go so well, and what can you do to ensure it's more of the same this time?
Very good start from ourselves. I think the first 30 minutes we did so well. We were leading the score with a very good performance from us. The players understood the game plan and they executed really well. And after the 30 minutes, of course, they got a red card, and the things they were easier for us. That is the main thing, and is the memories that I have from the game. Yeah.
It was Vieira at the time. Now it's Hodgson who's been able to really improve them.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's been able to do that?
Because his quality, the approach. He knows really well the club as well. He's not when he arrived first there. Of course, all the players they knew really well him. He knew the club really well as well. And he made a huge impact in that football club again, and helped them last season in a tough moment for them, and keep showing their quality.
You've mentioned before about depending on the profile of the team, you'll pick which striker you'll be using again. What sort of profile do you think Crystal Palace are, and what challenges would you think that poses to your strikers?
Not just about the strikers. I think it's more or less about everything. It's about the players that play in attack line, central defenders that we are going to play, the approach you want for the game. I think we can decide, of course. Palace is going to demand different things from ourselves than the last game. Even if I would like, for sure, I'm not going to have 80% of possession in the game. Game is going to be different. And the approach, the aggressiveness, the quality in their attack line, that is really in a very good level, with a player behind the striker that, in my opinion, is a top player like Eze, that can make always a difference on the pitch as well, and with mature players, 2 central defenders that they feel really comfortable with the ball as well to start to create. It's a very good squad, and it will be a very good challenge for us.
Marco, can we talk about another one of your strikers in Raul Jimenez?
Yes.
You've spoken in the past about how you gave Alexander Mitrovic the confidence to believe that he could score goals in the Premier League.
Yes.
Are you doing something similar with Raul Jimenez to make him believe that those goals are coming?
Yes, we are giving first all the support that he needs, like all the players. And as I said before, we as a team, we have to create the chances for them to score. And this is what we are giving, not really different than what we did in the past with the other strikers in this football club, and what we are doing now with Rodrigo and Vini and Raul.
But he will be aware that it has been a long time since he scored a goal in the Premier League.
Imagine if you know how long he's not scoring goals, imagine himself. I think he's aware.
But is that work that you're doing as much with his mind as with his
No,
body?
he knows the confidence, not just myself, his teammates, and everybody in this football club has on himself. And I believe that, as I said last week, the game is coming for him.
You said
The goal is coming for him. Yeah.
the first of many, I'm sure you're hoping. You said now that the window's closed, you give us some idea as to what your targets are for this season. What are they, and are they set by you, or are other people telling you what they hope you should achieve this season?
The goals from for the football club, they are setting for myself and the players, and of course always aligning with everybody in this football club. I don't need no one to set targets for myself as a manager. No one. I know really what I want for this football club, what is my ambitions, and all the stuff. We come from a great season, definitely, and season that everyone has to be proud of. The way we achieved, not just because you achieved, but the way we achieved, the way we improve everything in this football club, on the pitch and off the pitch as well. And of course, what we want is to try to improve. About the targets, and what we want is clear, to improve and to do our best and to improve what we did last season, clear.
One player who did score one of those goals last season was Tim Ream, his first in the Premier League, and he then signed a new contract here very soon after that goal at Selhurst Park. How kind of pleasantly surprised are you at just how important he remains as a player at his age?
He's being a really important player for me since I arrived. Nice to see him keep the good form. Of course, already 35, but always really on the front foot, to be honest. The way he trained, the way he prepared himself, the way he's always focused, and the ambition that he trained every single day. Create this scenario that is always ready to play if I decide. Of course, this season with a different competition in that position, we signed and we bought a player like Calvin Bassett, that central defender on the left-hand side, with quality, young, trying to adapt as quick as he can in our football club, at our idea, at our philosophy as well. But it's going to be a very good competition between both, because he knows that he's playing right now as the other one, knocking the door as well to start doing his best, and will be a very good competition. It's good for us to have two players for that position that they can play. But of course, I'm really pleased for Tim that is being really important for us on and off the pitch.